Mut, the mother goddess in ancient Egyptian mythology, is often depicted as a queen wearing the double crown of Egypt, as a protector, ruler, and nurturer. She symbolizes the primal force of motherhood and is one of the most revered deities in ancient Egypt. Mut's origins can be traced back to the Old Kingdom, but she rose to prominence during the New Kingdom when she became the wife of Amun, the supreme god. Her name means mother, and she represents the cosmic power of creation and nurturing. In Thebes, she was worshipped as the mother of the gods, often depicted with her consort Amun and son Khonsu. Mut's union with Amun, the god of the wind and air, symbolized the balance between masculine and feminine powers. Together, they represented the divine authority over the cosmos. In art, they are often shown together, ruling from the heavens and protecting the people of Egypt. Mut's nurturing nature is balanced by Amun's strength and leadership. Beyond her role as a mother, Mut was also revered as a protector. Pharaohs sought her blessings for strength in battle, and her fierce protection extended to both the living and the dead. Her vulture headdress, symbolizing maternal care, also represented her vigilant watch over Egypt's enemies. One of the most important temples dedicated to Mut was located in Karnak, part of the grand temple complex dedicated to Amun. The Mut precinct, with its sacred lake and rows of statues, was a place where priests would offer rituals to the goddess. The temple is a testament to Mut's lasting influence in Egyptian religion. Mut is most often depicted wearing the double crown of Upper and Lower Egypt, symbolizing her rule over the entire land. She is also associated with the vulture, which was seen as a symbol of maternal protection. In some depictions, she is shown with wings outstretched, sheltering her children and devotees. As the mother of the gods, Mut was also considered the mother of the pharaohs. Rulers often invoked her name in ceremonies, seeking her favor as they ascended to the throne. In return, Mut offered them divine protection, guidance, and the strength needed to lead the kingdom. Mut was sometimes associated with the goddess Sekhmet, the lioness goddess of war and healing. Sekhmet represented Mut's fierce, protective side, where she could unleash her wrath against those who threatened her children or the land of Egypt. Together, they embodied both the nurturing and destructive forces of the feminine divine. Mut's role as a mother extended into the afterlife, where she protected the souls of the deceased. She ensured that their passage to the next world was safe, nurturing their spirits and helping them find peace. Her protective power was invoked in tombs and burial rites. Today, Mut's influence can still be seen in modern interpretations of ancient Egyptian mythology. She represents the enduring power of motherhood, protection, and the sacred feminine. As a figure of strength and care, Mut continues to inspire those who seek to understand the balance between nurturing and power. In ancient Thebes, the festival of Mut was one of the most important religious celebrations. It was held annually to honor her role as the mother of all gods and her protection over Egypt. During the festival, statues of Mut, Amun, and Khonsu were paraded from the temple of Karnak to the temple of Luxor, signifying the divine connection between them. In some versions of Egyptian mythology, Mut is not only the mother of the gods, but also a key figure in the creation of the world. She is seen as the embodiment of the primordial waters from which all life emerged. Her nurturing essence gave birth to the gods and to the world itself, positioning her as a figure of cosmic importance. As the wife of Amun, Mut played a central role in the religious life of Thebes, where the cult of Amun flourished. The priests of Amun regarded Mut as their protector and mother, and they conducted elaborate rituals to honor her. These ceremonies often took place at the Karnak temple, where Mut's presence was believed to ensure the continued prosperity of Egypt. Mut was often associated with sacred animals, particularly the vulture. In ancient Egypt, vultures were seen as symbols of protection, as they fiercely defended their nests. Mut's vulture headdress signified her role as the ultimate protector, watching over both the living and the dead. In some depictions, Mut is also shown in the form of a lioness, further emphasizing her protective and fierce nature. Mut was sometimes linked to the goddess Hathor, the goddess of love, music, and fertility. Hathor represented the nurturing aspect of the divine feminine, which complemented Mut's role as the mother and protector. Together, they symbolized the balance between love and power, both key forces in the universe. Hathor's joyful and compassionate nature was seen as an extension of Mut's maternal care. Pharaohs often associated themselves with Mut, invoking her protection and guidance in their reign. The queens of Egypt, in particular, were seen as earthly embodiments of Mut. They carried her symbols, such as the vulture headdress, and were regarded as the great royal wife, a title that linked them to the divine motherhood of Mut. In addition to being a protector, Mut was also revered for her healing powers. Devotees would visit her temples to seek her blessing for physical and spiritual ailments. The sacred waters of her temple were believed to have healing properties, and offerings were made in exchange for her divine intervention in times of illness. Mut's legacy extended beyond ancient Egypt, influencing future civilizations and religious practices. Her role as a nurturing and protective goddess resonated with the values of motherhood, care, and strength in many cultures. Mut's story serves as a reminder of the enduring power of the divine feminine, inspiring people for centuries. Mut is often compared to Isis, another powerful mother goddess in Egyptian mythology. While Isis is known for her magical abilities and her efforts to resurrect her husband Osiris, Mut is seen as the motherly protector of the gods and humanity. Together, they represent the dual aspects of motherhood, nurturing and protecting, as well as guiding and healing. Mut's legacy as the mother of the gods and protector of Egypt continues to endure in the modern imagination. As a figure of balance, power, and nurturing, Mut embodies the divine feminine in its purest form. Through her, we see the eternal connection between life, protection, and creation, ensuring that her presence remains as powerful today as it was in ancient times. One of the most significant temples dedicated to Mut is located within the Karnak temple complex. This temple was a major center of worship for centuries and included a sacred lake, believed to represent the primordial waters from which all life emerged. Here, priests conducted rituals to honor Mut's divine powers and sought her blessings for the kingdom. Pharaohs often portrayed themselves as the divine sons of Mut, strengthening their legitimacy to rule. Mut, as the mother of the gods, was seen as the ultimate source of their authority. Her protection was invoked during important ceremonies, from coronations to military victories. In return, the pharaohs built magnificent temples and statues to honor her. Mut's worship was not confined to Egypt alone. Her influence extended into Nubia, where she was revered alongside other Egyptian gods. The Nubian rulers built temples in her honor, and her divine motherhood was recognized as a source of royal legitimacy. The spread of Mut's cult across borders solidified her status as a powerful figure beyond Egypt. While Mut is primarily known as a nurturing figure, she also had a fierce side. She was sometimes linked to goddesses of war, such as Sekhmet and Bastet, who embodied destructive power. In times of great need, Mut could take on the form of a lioness, unleashing her wrath to protect her people and defend the kingdom. As a mother goddess, Mut was closely connected to the natural world. She was seen as the protector of the land, ensuring fertility and abundance. Egyptians prayed to Mut for good harvests, favorable weather, and the prosperity of their crops. Her connection to the earth was represented in the annual flooding of the Nile, which brought life to the region. Festivals dedicated to Mut were grand occasions filled with elaborate rituals and celebrations. These festivals honored her role as the mother of all gods and protector of the people. One of the most famous was the Opet festival, where Mut, along with Amun and Khonsu, traveled from the Karnak temple to the Luxor temple in a grand procession to bless the kingdom. Mut was not only the mother of the gods, but also a protector of women, especially during childbirth. She was invoked for her protective and nurturing qualities, ensuring the safety of both mother and child. Many women offered prayers to Mut for fertility, healthy pregnancies, and safe deliveries, recognizing her as the ultimate maternal figure. One of Mut's most iconic symbols is the vulture headdress, which represents protection and motherhood. The vulture, often seen as a guardian and nurturer, symbolized Mut's role as a divine mother, watching over the land and its people. This powerful image appeared in many depictions of Mut, reinforcing her role as a protector. Though not directly associated with the afterlife like Osiris or Anubis, Mut played a protective role in ensuring safe passage for the deceased. In some funerary texts, Mut was invoked to guard the soul, offering her maternal protection as the deceased made their journey through the Duat, the Egyptian underworld. Even in modern times, the legacy of Mut endures. As a symbol of motherhood, protection, and divine authority, Mut continues to inspire. Her image appears in modern art, literature, and even in popular culture, where she represents strength and the nurturing power of the divine feminine. The timeless nature of Mut's story reflects the deep reverence she holds in human history. In the vast pantheon of Egyptian deities, Mut's connection to creation is profound. Although she wasn't initially part of the earliest creation myths, her role evolved to represent the power that sustains life itself. As the mother goddess, she embodies the nurturing force of the universe, helping to maintain balance and harmony among gods and mortals alike. Mut shares close ties with other powerful goddesses like Sekhmet and Hathor. In some myths, these goddesses are seen as different aspects of Mut, each representing a facet of her immense power. Sekhmet embodies her fierceness and protective wrath, while Hathor represents her nurturing, joyful side. Together, they create a dynamic balance between destruction and creation, war and peace. The Temple of Mut at Karnak is one of the most significant places of worship in Egypt. Built near the temple of her consort Amun, it was a sacred site where worshippers came to honor her. The temple contained numerous statues and monuments dedicated to her glory, and priests performed daily rituals to keep her favor. Even today, the ruins of the Temple of Mut stand as a testament to her enduring legacy. The priests of Mut played a crucial role in maintaining her temple and carrying out the daily rituals required to honor her. These priests, often high-ranking members of society, were tasked with offering prayers, sacrifices, and performing purification rituals to ensure Mut's favor. As a deity closely associated with the royal family, Mut's worship was often intertwined with the political and spiritual leadership of Egypt. In the complex world of Egyptian mythology, power struggles between gods were common. Mut's role as the mother goddess placed her at the heart of many divine conflicts, including disputes between her consort Amun and other deities. Yet, despite these struggles, Mut remained a stabilizing force, ensuring that order was maintained amidst chaos. Her calm, authoritative presence was a reminder of the eternal balance between creation and destruction. As the mother goddess, Mut was deeply tied to the concept of royal authority. Pharaohs saw themselves as her divine children, blessed and protected by her power. During coronation ceremonies, Mut's presence was invoked to legitimize the pharaoh's rule, and her symbols were often used in royal regalia. Her influence extended far beyond the temple, shaping the destiny of Egypt's rulers. During the New Kingdom period, Mut's importance grew, especially in connection to the powerful rulers of the time. Pharaohs like Hatshepsut and Ramses II invoked Mut's protection and favor, emphasizing their divine right to rule. Hatshepsut, in particular, identified strongly with Mut, often depicted as her daughter and even as her earthly embodiment, reinforcing her unprecedented role as a female pharaoh. Mut, like many deities, was closely associated with the concept of Mat, the Egyptian idea of truth, balance, and cosmic order. In her role as a mother and protector, Mut upheld Mat, ensuring that both divine and earthly realms remained in harmony. Her actions, whether protecting the pharaoh or guiding the people, were always aimed at maintaining this sacred balance. For the common people of Egypt, Mut was a figure of great importance. They saw her not just as a distant goddess in temples, but as a protector of families, homes, and communities. Many households kept small altars dedicated to her, offering prayers for protection, health, and prosperity. She was the maternal figure they turned to in times of need. Though ancient Egyptian civilization eventually declined, the legacy of Mut endures. Her image and symbolism continue to inspire, representing the timeless values of protection, motherhood, and divine authority. In art, literature, and spiritual practices, Mut's story remains a powerful reminder of the strength and nurturing power of the divine feminine, echoing through the ages.